Today the topic is the Sun. The Sun was born about 4.6 billion years ago. It took about 50 million years for the Sun to form. Sun is the yellow dwarf, a hot ball of glowing gases at the heart of our solar system. Its gravity holds the solar system together, keeping everything from the biggest planets to the smallest particles of debris in its orbit. It is the largest surface of the solar system. It is about 99.86% of solar system. The Sun is a huge, glowing sphere of hot gas in the center of solar system. Most of this gas is hydrogen, about 70%, and helium, about 28%. Carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen make up 1.5%, and the other 0.5% is made up of small amounts of many other elements such as neon, iron, silicon, magnesium and sulfur. The Sun is a big ball of fire. The core of the Sun is so hot and there is so much pressure, nuclear fusion takes place, hydrogen is changed to helium. Nuclear fusion creates heat and photons, light. The amount of solar heat and light is enough to light up Earth's days and keep our planet warm enough to support life. Surface temperature of Sun is about 5,505 degrees Celsius. It is a common misconception that the Sun is yellow, or orange or even red. However, the Sun is essentially all colors mixed together, which appear to our eyes as white. This is easy to see in pictures taken from space. Rainbows are light from the Sun, separated into its colors. Radius of Sun is about 696,340 kilometers and diameter is about 1,392,680 kilometers. The circumference of Sun is about 4.379 million kilometers. You can estimate how big the Sun is so that it can cover a million Earths in it. The distance about the Sun and Earth is about 150.02 million km. One day the Sun will consume the Earth. The Sun will continue to burn for about 130 million years after it burns through all of its hydrogen, instead burning helium. During this time, it will expand to such a size that it will engulf Mercury, Venus, and Earth. When it reaches this point, it will have become a red giant star. Heat energy created by the Sun's core is nuclear fusion. This huge amount of energy is produced when 4 hydrogen nuclei are combined into one helium nucleus. The Sun is almost a perfect sphere. Considering the sheer size of the Sun, there is only a 10 kilometers difference in its polar and equatorial diameters. This makes it the closest thing to a perfect sphere observed in nature. It takes 8 minutes for light reach Earth from the Sunday. The average distance from the Sun to the Earth is about 150 million km. Light travels at 300,000 kilometers per second, so dividing one by the other gives you 500 seconds, 8 minutes and 20 seconds. This energy can reach Earth in mere minutes, but it takes millions of years to travel from the Sun's core to its surface. The Sun rotates in the opposite direction to Earth, with the Sun rotating from west to east instead of east to west like Earth. The Sun and the rest of the solar system formed from a giant, rotating cloud of gas and dust called a solar nebula about 4.5 billion years ago. As the nebula collapsed because of its overwhelming gravity, it spun faster and flattened into a disk. Most of the material was pulled toward the center to form our Sun, which accounts for 99.8% of the mass of the entire solar system. Like all stars, the Sun will someday run out of energy. When the Sun starts to die, it will swell so big that it will engulf Mercury and Venus and maybe even Earth. Scientists predict the Sun is a little less than halfway through its lifetime and will last another 6.5 billion years before it shrinks down to be a white dwarf. As you know, it is human nature to discover new things and get information about it. So, Helios mission was launched. Helios is named after the Roman god Helios. Helios A and Helios B are a pair of probes that were launched into heliocentric orbit to study solar processes. As a joint venture of West Germany's space agency DLR and NASA, the probes were launched from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, Florida, on December 10, 1974, and January 15, 1976, respectively. Helios A worked for 10 years and Helios B in 3 years. Then NASA's Parker Solar Probe will be the first ever mission to touch the Sunday. The spacecraft, about the size of a small car, will travel directly into the Sun's atmosphere about 4 million miles from the surface. The max speed is about 692,000 km per hour. It is launched in August 12, 2018. The cost is about $1.5 billion United States dollar. PSB's current mission is for 7 years and 24 orbits of the Sun, during which time reaction wheels may fail and the propellant may run out. In 7 years, if all is well, the mission may be extended a few years. The one of big problem for human being is also solar wind. The solar wind is a stream of energized, charged particles, primarily electrons and protons, flowing outward from the Sun, through the solar system at speeds as high as 900 km per second and at a temperature of 1 million degrees Celsius. It is made of plasma. Solar winds are very dangerous, but the magnetic field of Earth stops the solar wind to reach Earth's surface. But when solar wind is more powerful, it also damages Earth. Please like, share and don't forget to subscribe. We bring new documentaries every Wednesday and Sunday.